What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video with your boy Jordan, your online physique building coach. If you didn't see yesterday's video going into how to get your REE and your TDEE, that is your resting energy expenditure level and your total daily energy expenditure, we are going to really quickly go over that. One thing that I did want to state is that I made one mistake on yesterday's video, which is mainly why I want to go over this. When I was talking about myself and how active I am, I said lightly active. I even wrote lightly active on the board here when what I meant to write and what I meant to say was moderately active. I am moderately active, guys, and so we're going to really quickly go over this. So here you can see my name is Jordan, my age is 23, my height is 5'7", 170 centimeters. Activity level is moderately active. This is where I messed up last time. I put lightly active when I meant to put moderately active. My weight is 190 pounds, 86 kilograms, and the equation to get the REE for men, bros, dudes, is 10 times weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times height in centimeters minus 5 times age in years plus 5. Let me say that one more time because a lot of people get confused and you kind of thrown off. 10 times weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times height in centimeters minus 5 times age in years plus 5 equals your resting energy expenditure level. So this is the equation that I do to get most of my male clients starting macronutrients. But to get your starting macronutrients, you first have to get your REE, then you have to get your TDEE, then you have to subtract a couple hundred calories from that, and then you actually calculate your macronutrients. So this is where you have to start. Anyways, back to what I was saying, my name is Jordan. I'm 23 years old, 5'7", 170 centimeters, moderately active. My weight is 190 pounds, 86 kilograms. So in order to take this equation and use it on myself, here's the equation written out with my stuff. My body weight in kilograms is 86 kilograms, so we're going to start out with 10 times 86 kilograms plus 6.25 plus 170, which is my height in centimeters, minus 5 times 23, which is my age, plus 5 equals the REE. Now if we narrow this down, we get 10 times 86 equals 860 plus 1062, which is 6.25 times 170 minus 115 plus 5. Now if we narrow that down, we get 1922, which is what 860 plus 1062 comes out to, minus 120 equals 1802. So that gives us a resting energy expenditure level of 1802 calories. If you multiply that by what would be considered a moderate activity level, which is going to be 1.55, you're going to get 2,793. So my TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, is 2,793. Now the mistake I made on yesterday's video is I was saying lightly active, but I was giving the number for moderately active. So the number, guys, if you are sedentary, right? If you are sedentary, you multiply your REE, which mine is 1802, by 1.2. If you are lightly active, you multiply your REE, which mine is 1802, times 1.375. If you are moderately active, like myself, you multiply your REE by 1.55. If you are highly active, which I'm not highly active by any means, I sit on the desk and work on the computer all day, so I'm not highly active. But if you are highly active, you multiply your REE times 1.725. So that is how you get your REE and your TDEE. Again, that is resting energy expenditure level and total daily energy expenditure. Yay! If you want to, guys, go ahead and screenshot this. You can use it for your own advantage. I won't be mad. I won't be mad. I'm basically giving away everything here, but it's okay. So now that we've went over yesterday's video and kind of corrected where I've made some silly little mistakes, let's go ahead and go on to today's video, which is how to take that information and get your cutting macros in 60 seconds or less. Alright guys, so as you can see here, our starting calorie level is 2,293 calories. So we're going to go ahead and start the clock. Alright guys, so when calculating micronutrients, always calculate protein first. When cutting, I like to allot around 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight out of the total calorie pool. I'm going to go with 1.0 grams of protein per pound of body weight today, which is going to be 190 grams of protein times 4, which is going to give us 760 calories out of our total allotted lot of calories. So long story short, this gives us a protein number of 190 grams of protein, which will give us 1,533 calories left. Alright guys, the second macronutrient we want to go ahead and calculate and account for is fat. So I will allot around 15 to 30% of total calories from fat. For this example, we will be using 25% of total calories. Total calories are 2,293 times 0.25. That's going to give us 573 calories from fat, which is going to give us 64 grams of fat. Only thing that we need to do to account for carbohydrates is take that number right there, 960, and divide it by 4. That's going to give us 240 carbs. Now, out of that 240 carbs, you want to make sure that you're hitting at least 20 to 25 grams of fiber per day. So that gives me macros of 190 protein, 64 fat, and 240 carbs. Alright guys, so just a little backstory on some of this stuff. Fat is always going to be 9 calories per gram. Fat is more calorie dense than either carbs or protein. Both carbs and protein are both 4 calories per gram. So when I'm doing all this math, you gotta make sure that you take that into account. So if you guys do this math, take into account that protein is 4 calories per gram, fat is 9 calories per gram, and carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram. You always do it in this order. You start out with your protein, you calculate that, then you calculate your fat, then you calculate your carbs. So really quickly, we're just gonna go back over this. So our total cutting calories, right? After we get our TDEE of 2793, we're going to subtract 500 calories from that, which is going to give us a calorie deficit of 500 per day, which should put us at a weight loss of about 1 pound per week. So out of our total calories, which is 2,293, 760 of those calories are going to come from protein. 190 grams of protein to be exact. If you divide 760 divided by 4, you're going to get 190. 573 of those calories are going to come from fat. If you divide 573 divided by 9, you get 64. So 64 total grams of fat, 573 total calories from fat. Moving on to carbs, we're going to get 960 of our total calories pulled from carbohydrates. If you divide 960 divided by 4, which is the amount of calories in 1 gram of carbohydrates, you're going to get 240. 240 is our total number of carbs for the day. So our macros are 190 protein, 64 fat, and 240 grams of carbs, hitting about 20 to 25 grams of fiber for the day. Guys, when hitting fiber goals, you want to hit around 1 gram of fiber per 100 calories. Alright guys, with that we're going to go ahead and conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful and informative for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, if it was helpful and informative, make sure to click that like button. It helps me out so much, so much. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. I will respond. I will answer you. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. But make sure when you go and hit that subscribe button that you're also ringing the bell beside the subscribe button, because if you're not ringing the bell, you're not going to get my daily notifications, because I do work really hard to put out daily videos just to help you guys. Alright, until next time guys, all love. I'll see you next video.